What's happening, people? Welcome to episode number 5, where we take you through Jungle Scout and we scout products that sell hot on Amazon that will make you tons of cash money if you do it right. And the key is doing it right. And in webisode number 5, or actually in 4, we found a hot seller, and we talked about that hot seller. And thank you everybody who's watched the video. It has lit up the Amazon world. And so if you haven't yet seen that video, make sure you check it out. Go back to webisode number 4. Got a lot of great feedback from that product, how it's kind of helped spur ideas for people who are searching for a first, second, third, 50th product that they're launching on Amazon. And so we're going to get right back into it. This is going to be another USA edition. But what I agreed to was I agreed to change my filters a little bit for everybody, because with the American market, you guys have a ton of product to choose from, and that can make it really confusing. So by upping your filters, you can actually niche yourself into a nice little cozy area where no one else is. You want to limit the amount of others that are selling what you're selling. Make sense? Why? Because you want to gain the sales. So you want that niche. You want people obviously to search for what you're selling. So there needs to be some sort of demand. And we're going to up the demand with our filters. But you also want to make sure that your product that you're selling stands out. And not just aside from the great photos that you're going to take, and aside from the content and the listing details that you're going to provide, the features and the benefits, you're going to make it stand out, because you're going to actually source a better product from Alibaba. You're going to source what people want, but you're going to improve upon what people want. And I'm going to show you how that can all happen without increasing the time it takes to get to the product. So without further ado, episode number 5. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get started right away. So we are going to hang out in the USA market, and we are going to change some of our filters here. Now, I said let's look at something that stands out, but we still want it to be a price range where they'll make faster decisions. So let's keep the price range between $15 and $50, okay? Now next, we're going to look at our estimate sales. And obviously, this is where demand comes into place. We want to make sure there's demand for a product. But since this is the USA market, let's look for more demand. Let's look for a high range of demand. 300 certainly is a great goal, but let's double that goal to 600. Okay, we want to see a minimum of 600 sales per month on the product. Now, you can add in an estimated revenue, but based on this particular criteria, you're going to get enough revenue generation and enough listings, so you won't really have to put in caps. But you can put in, say, a minimum estimated revenue per month. If you're doing an item, let's say $20 item, or you're doing, like, say, 30% profit margins, or let's say you just pick out a number of $7. What is $7 times 3? That's 21. Then $21 times 600. What's the math on that? So you're looking at about 12,000. Okay? You could put in an estimated revenue of 12,000 a month. You could start there. We're not going to start there. We want our reviews to stay the same. For this particular video, for the initial criteria, I'm gonna lower it to 50 max. I don't want much competition. That's what we talked about. For this video, I'm gonna lower it to 50 max. So with 600 estimated sales, 50 max competition. But here's where I want to stand out. I want my ratings. I want to see a rating, max rating of let's say 4.0. 4.0. What that means, guys, is the product is not perfect. It means that there's still a small area of complaints. Usually if someone gives a 4-star rating, they love the product is great, but they could be happy if it had this, or they would be happier if it came with this. So you're going to be able to dissect the information the customer gives you back, or the customer gives your competition back, and then improve on the product afterwards. So we're going to max rating it at 4.0, okay? And we could actually put it at 4.2 because with Amazon, you can't really star it, but you can't 4.2 it, but you can gather a cross sections of a little bit of higher rating with a little bit of lower rating and give it some sort of cross section between multiple sellers. So you'll gather a little bit of the 5-star ratings, but some unhappiness in there, and you'll gather a lot of the 3.5 ratings with some sort of unhappiness in there, and it'll help you get more. And what you're looking for now is you're looking for more content as far as product complaints, product preferences, product preferences. And that's what you're searching for. Okay, so we're gonna up this estimated sales to 600. We're gonna add in a seller's rating of 4.2. We're gonna lower the reviews, so we're gonna lower the competition, skinny that up, and we are going to keep the price range between 15 and 20. Now, I wouldn't mind upping it to between 15 and 50. I would not mind upping my base to 20 because we're in the US market. I want to tighten that niche a little bit. Okay. Now, last but not least, the number of sellers. Now, this is where it gets tricky because as soon as I put in a single seller max, it's going to take away a lot of product. Okay. So do your criteria with a certain single seller max, hit the search bar, and see how many you get. See how we only get 49 sellers? Now, if I take out the max sellers, and I do a search again, all of a sudden I get 128. So that's 70 sellers gone. But again, you're going into a small niche. So for all the Americans out there, again, I'm from Canada, Chrispect. For all the Americans out there that are having a hard time sifting through basic criteria, 15 to 50, 300, and 100 reviews, all of a sudden you have 4,000 products to go through. Isolate your criteria, up your margins, up the estimated sales, lower the reviews. Now we have almost a perfect product, don't we? Okay, so we're going to take a look at that. First, we're going to look at single sellers, and we're going to see what's out there. Then we're going to take off single sellers, and we're going to talk about listing quality as well. Okay, so we're 9 minutes into this video. Time starts now. In 15 minutes, I'm going to find a hit, a home run, or a grand slam. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we got the LED mirror, seen that 100 times. Sells for $24.99. It's very lightweight. Again, let me hit the weight because I want lightweight first. Hit it twice. We want to start with lightweight products first and work our way down. Listing quality is a 40. Okay, there's only one seller going to be on any of these products. 1,400 of these a month. Now these are hand painted silver plate drink coasters. Hand painted silver plate drink coasters, a set of 4, $32. Interesting. That's a very interesting product that he's selling 1,700 of. Did I say that right? Did we say that right? Sorry, 1,400 of these. So he's the single seller. Now, keep in mind, some of these items might be handmade, and with handmade, unless you're a do-it-yourself person, then this may not be something we'll be able to find. But let's not skip out on it. Just because it says handmade doesn't mean that it wasn't made by the hands of factories in China, which may sound funny, but handcrafted is handcrafted. It's more of a fashion than it is an actual product. Okay, so let's jump over to suppliers Alibaba. Let's look at the product itself. First off, I want to go with hand painted silver coasters. See what we get. So we get a few options here. Mainly it's Renee, only Renee. Cha-cha-cha. Let's see what Renee's sales are. Awesome. So we got these silver coasters here. Just going to hit the magic button, the Jungle Scout Pro Chrome extension here, and let's take a look at Renee's sales. Populate, please. Let's try that again. Come on, Jungle Scout. Let's do silver coasters. And I want to make sure I am in all departments. Search button. See how high she is. There she is right there. Of course, she's sponsored. $1,300 sales. So there are different silver coasters that are selling, but not enough sales. Let's keep moving on. Okay, so we got hanging airplane for children's room. Very cool. $20 product. Sales are on these 1,400 estimated, imaginated, 400. Hanging textiles, hanging airplanes, little airplanes, and random stuff. Now this one has 2,600. So hanging airplanes. Hanging airplane. Okay, so got a good amount of them in the top listings now, and then it gets into more of just more of airplane wall charts, airplane photos. So not a lot of choices, but seemingly a lot of demand. Let's just double check Jungle Scout web app. Yeah, I mean 2,600, 1,400, 500, and then it gets into more of the art and decorations than anything. But the first 3 obviously listings are all from the same brand, so they must be doing some sort of funneling. That could be the case. We will go back. I do like the fact that it is fulfillment by Amazon, so even though they're funneling, they got product at Amazon, Amazon fulfills it. Getting phone calls right now, but I won't answer that right now. Let's just take a look and see if Alibaba sells hanging airplanes. Hanging airplanes. What the hell is that? Hangling. We don't want hangling. Hanging. Spelling a little bit off today. Okay. So what do we got as far as hanging airplanes? more of big products. Coasters are out. Hanging airplanes. Hanging airplane nursery room. Hanging airplane. Hanging airplane decoration. Let's see. Okay. Those are Christmas decorations. Antique airplane blue resin hanging Christmas ornament. So something like that. You know, here it says Christmas ornament. That might be something that would interest me, considering the demand. I may look into this. 15 cents to $3 for this particular item is pretty inexpensive. It is a hanging airplane, obviously, as you can see, but again, it is a Christmas ornament too, so that's a little bit different. These aren't Christmas ornaments. They're actually probably a lot larger. They're wooden. Let's see, with 5-inch, so they're 5 inches, which isn't super big. Okay, let's see a little action photo here. So it's not like huge, but they're very neat looking, and obviously they're some sort of handmade product. So you could get into this for half the price, and certainly do funneling, because I mean there's demand, people are searching for it. If you were able to list in with that demand, you would definitely be able to sell products. Again, it doesn't have to be a Christmas decoration on your listing at all. It just has to explain what your product is. So, you know, keep in mind when you look at the description of this particular product, the size is 7 inches by 5 inches. So you're right in there. You're actually a little bit larger. I would like to see the packaging of their product. I wouldn't niche it to just Christmas. So my listing probably wouldn't include Christmas in it. I would like it to more just say antique airplane, blue resin hanging, and that's it. Or something similar to maybe what this person is talking about. Hanging airplane for children's room, nursery room, fly vintage wooden. I wouldn't say wooden if it's not wooden. Collectible, definitely you could say collectible. Okay, we'll keep looking. That definitely is a product of interest at the price that at the price that Alibaba is selling for, 15 cents to $3. You're already in a great price point without negotiation. So I'm thinking at 1,000 units, you're probably going to get it for $1.50. So right there, you're at $1,000 and you're off to the races. I would probably buy 500 to start and test the waters first. Make sure that it sells. Okay, let's keep looking. I've seen these before. These do massive sales. Massive sales. These are a lot of handmade items. But $7,500 a month for the Love You Mom gift, the gift set. They're all a clay pair. I'll show you what these are. Now again, handmade is very, very niche, but very, very high demand. Okay, and really the reviews right now, because it's so niche, the reviews are low, so you could instantly gravitate to the top. But these are a clay decorating pair for around the home. They're very beautiful. Obviously a great gift idea. Love you, mom. Mom, love you. Any orientation is great. When I'm on pages like these, I love to use Jungle Scout to obviously look at the demand on that product, which is absolutely absurd. The guy's doing $250,000 in sales a month. But other products on this page are doing just as well. We got Funny Mom mugs. We got these little recipe sort of cutting boards for mom that are doing fairly decent sales. We got these Great Job Mom, I Turned Out Awesome cups. Cups certainly do well. You know, it's a $15 cup selling 600 units a month, doing $10,000 in revenue, and has no reviews and room for improvement. what I love about this one is it's doing 7,000 sales a month at $36, and their rating is really low, 3.5. Okay, so when you take a look at stuff like this, it's handmade. Certainly, if you're not in the, like I said, do it yourself, the DIY niche, but you could still source something like this from China. You just have to be able to spend some time on the site of Alibaba and say, I'm looking for pears handmade ornaments. Did I spell ornaments correctly? Handmade. Handmade. We don't want a handmade. We want handmade ornaments. Ornaments. So here we are. We're at Artificial Christmas again. Niche. You're gonna find yourself in niches like this, but really, you don't have to be a niche. Let me remind you, these are just words, but that's a pear ornament. It's hanging. It's decorative, and you know what? You can probably get it inscribed. Let me just take a look here. So quick details on the products, brand, its color is red, supplyability, 1 million of them. So you're gonna meet with the demand, no problem. Christmas, plyofoam material. So these are the foam. So these are not exactly what we want. Okay, because they're foam, and the other ones were clay. We want the clay ones. So we will keep looking. See, these are clay. This photo quality is not that great. What's up? Not getting the zoom in effect. I was for a second there, but not anymore. Sky Art. She's doing a great job. Great job out of Colorado. Just killing it. Okay, we'll keep searching. We still have some time. Another 3-4 minutes to find a hot seller. Okay, we got a power inverters. They're selling at 860 of these a month. 1500 watt power inverter. We got a platform sticker for Creator Pro. We got a no bark training collar. Cool little doggy collar, selling 1,000 a month. We got Buddy stainless steel. I like the price of this. It's kind of a whole set. Stainless steel is a popular item. It's a lightweight, but it's very competitive. I'm surprised to see that in there. A solar fountain pump. Interesting. Solar fountain pump for $29.99. It's a half a pound, and they're selling 1,000 a month. Solar fountain pump. Let's take a look at solar fountain pumps, will we? Solar fountain pump. We don't want to just hang out in home and kitchen. We want to see the listings everywhere. Now there are some to choose from. Okay, so we got a full page of solar fountain pumps. Solar fountain pump waterfall design. Solar fountain pump. This is the bestseller we just saw. He's got the sale branding. That's a good look. He's got 3.5 ratings. So let's go back. What did I do here? Let's go back to this guy. Yeah, that's the guy. Okay, let's hit Jungle Scout. Let's hit the Jungle Scout magic button and see sales across the board of solar water fountains. Demand is pretty crazy for this first one from Ankway for $16.58. So he's all about price, and he is going to cutting his profits drastically. So he's paying a fee of $5.50. He's also only netting $11 predicted after sell, and then his cost is going to be up there. He may be only profiting $4 or $5. And if he's doing, obviously he's doing because he is an advertised, so he's a sponsored, as you can see right here. That's him. Pretty sure that's him. No, sorry, is that right? Ankaway. So that's this one right here. And is it sponsored? Or is it organic? It might be organically. There's your sponsor right there with a terrible rating. I don't know how he got there. Sponsored right there. And then Ankaway's right there. Okay, so he's not sponsored. He's organically there, listed as #1, which is huge. Okay, so I would look for that style, but estimated sales at 2,000. The demand is astronomical right now, but his reviews are obviously just crazy. This is nice to see. Only 19 reviews. He's hitting 1,000 a month. The one we saw right here. No, sorry, right here. Yeah. Where was it? Let's go to Jungle Scout. So it was by Ankaway. Yeah, it was by Ankaway for $29.99. So has Ankaway got more than one? Let's just check. Let's get rid of some of these confusing windows. Okay. So has Ankaway got more than one listing? Ankaway's got the top 2 listings, a 15 rank and a 3,000 rank. So he's got the upgraded solar fountain and the original Ankaway solar fountain at 2 different prices. So this is the one we saw at 1,000 with only 19 reviews, but not a great rating. So let's assume that we found a home run here. The sales are tremendous, and there are a lot of different sellers. And as we agreed, it would show me a single seller, but there are multiple sellers on some of these products here. The ones that have multiple sellers, they're either hijackers that are hijacking a brand name. They'll eventually get kicked off, but the hijackers do that all the time. I'm surprised Ankaway doesn't have any, but they probably do a great job of getting rid of their hijackers. Hijackers are people who will try to sell your product, you know. Like this is something I picked up for retail arbitrage. I bought it from a store for like $2, and they sell for $29.99 on Amazon. And ship it out though. I got a bunch of those. But this anyone can sell. But if that were my brand, then I can only sell it if I own the brand. If that's my brand, and if you try to sell it, unless you can reproduce that brand, that exact product that I am listing, then good luck. Because what you're selling is not what you're showing. And that's what hijackers try to do. They often will sell something when the person buys it and gets it home. It doesn't have the brand on it, doesn't have specifically what they bought. It's not the same product. So without further ado, looks like we found a home run, people. This would be a great product to sell. Now let's quickly go to Alibaba. And I have a couple minutes to spare. Let's hit it up. Alibaba, what are we looking for? We're looking for solar fountains. There's a solar panel fountain, and we want to go specifically with the solar fountains that we saw. So something like this was one of them. For $1 to $7, 50 pieces. Let's go for a higher rate. Okay, here we go. Okay, this was, again, we want to look for, I'm going to say something like this, something like this. There, you can see they're very similar. Okay, but the spray up circular base spray up fountains. Okay, let's go back to this criteria here. Now we talked about how can we make our product better. This is important, guys, so pay attention. How can I make this better? We knew going in that this particular one was only getting 3 as far as ratings. So they're getting some complaints. An average of 3 off of 20 ratings isn't that great. So what complaints are they getting? That will tell us how we can make the product better. So if we scroll down and we check out their actual reviews, Where are you? Reviews? Right here. Let's just, oh, sorry. Let me scroll down, but let's read the customer reviews. So they got 42%, which is really bad, on complaints. They also got some 4 stars. 4 and 5s are fine. But when you have this many 1-star ratings, there is something wrong with your product. Pump is too powerful. Unable to use with any fittings as it sprays way too high and large. Bird bath quickly empties in 1 or 2 hours. Even with no fittings, bird bath has to be filled at least once a day. Regret this purchase. Okay. Well, this started out wonderful. I got it about a week ago, loved it. Then today it just stopped working. I was careful to keep plenty of water in the bird bath when it didn't work today. I took it out, carried it to my kitchen, cleaned the filter, not needed, removed the filter and ran water through it in my kitchen. Water ran through fine, not clogged up. Put it back in the bird bath and nothing. Bright sunshine, clean water, nothing. Okay, so and people are reading these. 7 people found this helpful. 3 people found this helpful. I mean, he's lost 10 sales, 12 sales, 13 sales, 14 sales. I mean, people are reading these comments and not buying from him. 14 sales at $30. That's $450. You know, obviously you have as you are the business owner and not Amazon, and this is your brand, you need to be reaching out. There's 3 comments on this first one, probably from other people. See, thanks for your suggestions. This seems to be a good solution. Ankaway. So they're responding. Ankaway is responding. Dear Shirley, sorry the inconvenience caused you. We are with you. Solve it well. About the issue, the following solutions may be helpful. Could you kindly help to use the smallest nozzle, which will get a lower supply water spray? You could use some rocks to fix the problem of the pump so that the water spray is within the range of your bird bath. You may consider to move the bird bath to some place where it receives weak sunlight. Hope this suggestion helps. Any questions, welcome to contact us. Thank you so much. Best regards, Ankaway Life. So, I mean, he's responding, and that's what you need to do, but when you're dealing with suppliers, read the listing comments, the negative ones, and then look for ways when you're talking with Alibaba on improving those before your product ships. You know, Mr. Alibaba, does your solar powered fountain have adjustable settings? You know, is there a guide that comes with an instruction manual that comes with it that will give frequently asked questions or solutions? An owner's manual. There's lots of things you can get manufacturers to add to your product that will help benefit. The other thing is, in your description, add frequently asked questions. Take those concerns and convert them into questions, and then give answers like Ankaway did. He gave solutions, and that's what you need to do. But you got to do these things a little earlier. But even better for the customer is to include these facts. You know, you can have these typed up, printed, and email them to your manufacturer to be included in every box that sells. Frequently asked questions, solutions to frequently occurring concerns, usage, how to use properly, how to maintain. Those are all the things that you can design and send off to your manufacturer to include in with your product. But work with your manufacturer, work with Alibaba, ask them about how you can improve on the product. So I'm looking at most price ranges are from $1 to $7, $1 to $8. Like this was the guy who was selling $2,700 a month. He's, according to this particular one, $750 to $850 for that particular bird for that particular fountain. solar powered fountain. Now, we like this one. Obviously, we want to match those sales, but how is that guy getting all those sales is interesting. At $7, you're not going to come into his price point because his price point was $15. If you remember correctly, he was selling for $16.58. After fees, which are $5, so let's say you get it for $7 plus $6, $13. You have no profit. You're gonna have to search high and low for a manufacturer that's selling this particular item for less. And trust me, if at someone who's saying your minimum piece amount is 10, he's probably not going to be selling a lot. And he's only a 2-year gold supplier, so we don't need to deal with 2-year gold suppliers. We want to deal with 3- and 4-year gold suppliers. Let me just filter this a little bit. Gold suppliers down. So solar fountain. Let's go back and let's see if we can find the one that we were looking for. So either the full circle panel or the one that looks like a leaf or a flower, the flower style. So there's the full circle. Okay. Solar powered bird bath. Okay. Here we go. So we're already down a single piece, very similar, $6.50. Okay. I would reach out to all of these manufacturers, and in a product like this, I would highly likely, I would reach out to, so I like $3 to $15 price point for the lily pad style. I would reach out to 15 to 20 different suppliers of this product, include my template. Okay. We want to go with what's in demand. Okay. So let's see if we can get a little more specific because we're getting a lot of different items. It's sorry to take this one a little bit longer. I'll probably be cutting this out in about 2 minutes here, but I just want to show you guys how to bring it back, scale it down. So we're going to go, going to take this particular don't want that. What did I just do? Mini garden solar water fountain pump, the brushless motor solar fountain. So we'll take out some of those words. We'll go right to here. Okay. So you guys get the drift. I would keep searching here. I like this price, 5 to 7. Again, same fountain. He's a 1 year though. Quality is key. Quality from most points is key. But you can see, like, a lot of people are going to have concerns with the spray, with all the different, you know, it's obviously not going to trickle. So these are things that you need to present people in your product benefits and word them in a way where it's a feature and it's a benefit. Spray is going to be high, it's going to be strong, whatever the case may be. Thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of 15-Minute Income with Coach Chrispect. And I hope you guys are getting somewhere with the product research that you guys do on your own. If you find that this product is helpful, I've included in the links down below all the tools that I recommend to be a successful Amazon seller. And the #1 tool is definitely Jungle Scout. So if you don't own the product, definitely go down to the link below, click on the link in the description below, and get yourself subscribed to a product like this, because you will find that in the first 30 days, you'll have found multiple products, you'll have launched a product, and you should start seeing revenue pour in. If you somehow can successfully find things like the pears that are doing $250,000, I'd be interested to know. Obviously, leave a link down in the description below. Send me an email, 15minuteincome@gmail.com, and tell me how you did. And other than that, definitely please subscribe. And if you like the video, please check out the latest video coming up next week. Coach Chrispect, signing out.